Hey Sass Squad, welcome back to the video. So, I have a spicy team for you today, definitely a little bit more along the meme side of things, but I built a team around Fake Out Pikachu with Light Ball. This is actually the Pikachu that I picked at the very beginning of my file of Pokémon Champions. Yeah. Anyways, so the idea here is Fake Out with Pikachu. I have Volt Switch and Grass Knot for some coverage and pivoting, and I have Helping Hand to help boost the partner. So I wanted to lead Venusaur and Pikachu here because I saw it was a rain team. I figured maybe I could fake out something and then maybe put another thing to sleep. So I decided I'm gonna try to fake out Pelipper and also sleep into Pelipper. Maybe they thought I was gonna try to sleep powder Archalduon here, but fortunately I don't target Meganium slot. They double switch out. I fake out into Clefable and sleep powder misses, so not really the best first turn, but I'm hoping they're gonna Mega Meganium here because I'm gonna Helping Hand Sludge Bomb into Meganium slot. I'm hoping they Mega and they don't protect because they will be 4 times weak to poison when they Mega. And of course a Weather Ball, honestly a Weather Ball could potentially kill me, depending on if they target into me with Clefable as well. They end up protecting on Clefable, maybe hoping not to go to sleep. And yeah, the Weather Ball comes in, and yeah, it's still gonna hurt like crazy because it gets that Soul Glow, whatever the heck its ability is called. It gets that boost. And there we go. Sludge Bomb with Helping Hand completely one-shots Meganium, which I love. When I was testing out this team, I actually had a battle prior to this where I literally was facing a Raichu team, and I wasn't recording, but I ended up winning, and it was actually really insane the way I outplayed them. It was just like so iconic too. I wish I was recording. And maybe lesson learned to just hit the record button regardless. But this is still I still have some pretty fun battles here. I would not necessarily recommend you running Pikachu, but I mean even here this is kind of lucky. I was gonna let Venusaur be a sacrifice pretty much, but they're not even running Sash on the Pelipper. So my Pikachu actually completely one-shots Pelipper, which ends up putting me in such a nice position because I can just pivot out into King Gambit here. And from here, Leech Seed connects on Archalduon, and I'm able to, between the leftovers and Leech Seed, yeah, so I'm just running a support-esque Venusaur with Sludge Bomb. Kind of meant to just Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, and protect stall in front of people. And it's kind of crazy how I almost went down here to I'm still alive, and because they're not dealing with Venusaur, it's going to actually end up costing them a lot here in the battle because I'm just going to keep getting some health back, you know? The Aura Sphere into King Gambit. My Chople Berry gets activated, so I know I can take this first one. That would have been really bad otherwise, but it's pretty standard. I feel like in this meta to have Chople Berry on King Gambit. Unfortunately, Sleep Powder misses, and Clefable actually just goes for Life Dew here. Which, honestly, I don't know what the Clefable's running. It must... I remember seeing Dazzling Gleam, Protect. We saw Life Dew. I don't know what its other move is. I can't remember if they even reveal it. But it must be tough for them because they must not be running any sort of Psychic move, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because Venusaur is pretty much tanking the moves right now. And yeah, my health is just coming back at the end of the turn. I mean, between Leech Seed and leftovers at the end of each turn, it's really good. I'm going to protect on King Gambit, knowing they're more than likely going to target again. And I'm going to try to Sleep Powder once again into Archalduon. I think this turn they actually do predict me protecting with King Gambit, and they actually just go for Electro Shot into Venusaur. But even though they get that little special attack boost, I do resist the electric attacks, so fortunately Venusaur is able to actually just tank the move, and I think I actually do connect Sleep. Oh no, it still misses. It's so annoying. But the rain's gone now, which doesn't completely shut down Archalduon or anything, but it does kind of remove Electroshock as really a viable option here offensively. So knowing that they're going to want to probably go for Aura Sphere again, I know I could probably just switch in my Starmie here on where King Gambit is, and I'm just going to go for another Sleep Powder pretty much. And it's really cool because this Starmie, I actually caught this Shiny Star You and Let's Go Pikachu on my Twitch stream probably like 5 or 6 years ago. It's really cool to breathe some new life into these old Pokemon that I caught, whether it be in like Pokemon Go or some other game that I was playing. But yeah, Dazzling Gleam comes in, does virtually nothing to Venusaur, even though that was a crit. Old Talker here does take a decent chunk, but it's whatever. It's kind of the price I paid to get a switch in. I just wanted to preserve King Gambit a little bit longer if I could, and also if I can finally connect a Sleep Powder and shut down this Archalduon, which I did, it puts me in a much better position because I can double target Clefable realistically here. Or maybe I go for Ice Spinner. I kind of missed what I did here. Maybe I Ice Spinner into Archalduon here, because it should actually bring it down pretty close to knockout. It won't knock out. Yeah, I think I Sludge Bomb into Clefable and I Ice Spinner into Archalduon. Yeah, that's right. So it does bring it down, which is great. I mean, they're still going to have to take the Leech Seed damage at the end of each turn. They're still asleep. So now I could probably just double target into Clefable if I really need to. Venusaur has pretty much become an unkillable force. Almost was taken down by Meganium, but lived to see another day, and now I'm over half health. I'm able to tank these moves, and my opponent decides to forfeit, which I do not blame them. Also, hit the like button if you've gotten this far. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers here on my VGC channel, so if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. It would help out a lot. You can always unsubscribe later. And thanks again for hanging out. You're helping out just by even watching the video. And this is going to be a real fun one. I get to lead Pikachu. I think I lead Pikachu, and yes, I lead Pikachu with Starmie because I was thinking based on the team. I mean, anytime I see Hawlucha now, I just assume they're going to try to do some shenanigans with entrainment and some one-hit KO move. So even though they could protect here, I opt out. I don't really know what Stunfisk has up its sleeve. I'm gonna fake out into Hawlucha and then pretty much Mega Starmie and go for the Psychic move directly into Hawlucha just to see. I'm pretty sure it would knock out if it connects. And they do Mega, so it does kind of give me that satisfaction to know that I did kind of have an idea what they're doing. I mean, I saw a lot of Pokemon on their team that could run Sheer Force. I'm assuming, like, I realized that Stunfisk can get Fisher here, but I do flinch Hawlucha, and then I go for the Zen Headbutt, and it removes Hawlucha. So some really crazy gimmick here, diverted, thankfully. They do end up revealing they have Fisher. Pikachu does the right thing and dodges the attack. In comes Runerigus. Again, a lot of these Pokemon I have not even seen at all so far in the meta. I mean, I'm familiar somewhat what they could do, but they're not really on my radar. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do, and I decide, in case they do try to do something like Trick Room, I'm just going to double in to Runerigus. So I'm like, maybe they're sashed. I have no idea. So I do get the liquidation off. It does bring Runerigus down to 1 HP, which at that point I knew it was sashed. And I was happy. I decided to Grass Knot as well here. Wandering Spirit gets rid of my huge power, which is annoying, but isn't the end of the world. I can always switch out if I need to. Grass Knot does deal with Runerigus, thankfully. And now I'm going to see something from Stunfisk, not really sure what. They go for Thunder, not realizing, I guess, that Pikachu has Lightning Rod as its ability, which diverts all electric moves towards it and then gives it a special attack boost. So Pikachu actually kind of just clutching it in these early matches. Kind of nuts, right? This last battle, I think I focused more. I'm trying something. I decided to lead Passimian and Starmie, and I think I bring King Gambit and Venusaur in the back line. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do because it looks like a snow team, and Orthworm and Garchomp could be fairly annoying if they bring it, depending on what type of alignment they do. So I'm just gonna lead Passimian and Starmie because I am actually running coaching here on Passimian. That's kind of the main tech here, is to try to use coaching on King Gambit or Starmie on the team, or even potentially Ditto, depending. I mean, Ditto is a little spicy, but I was looking at my team and I am running Choice Scarf on Ditto. I wonder if it would be better to even run Focus Sash on Ditto, since I'm not currently using something with Focus Sash. It was something I was thinking about as I was playing out this team. Is it better to be locked into one move, or is it better to just guarantee I live a move in the direct mirror? But anyways, I see that they're going to go for Darkest Lariat. They're not even going to fake out. That's why I double protect here. I just wanted to not get faked out, essentially. And they're trying to flip turn, fake out. They do flip turn, but I'm going to switch in King Gambit on where they were trying to use the dark move because I know I can eat it up. And I'm going to go for coaching as well into King Gambit's slot, because I figured if I can get King Gambit's defense boosted up, they're not really going to be able to handle it, even though they have ways to deal with King Gambit, that being Garchomp and Incineroar here. So yeah, as you can see, I can just eat the Darkest Lariat. Great switch in for me. I'm going to use coaching one more time and go for protect. And pretty much I don't know why Garchomp protects here, if I'm being honest. I have no idea. Maybe there's something I could be doing. But they actually, okay, so yeah, I honestly was not really sure why they protected, but I'm like, that's great, that's perfect. So I do get another, I'm at +2/+2 currently. Flare Blitz comes in. And from here, I decide I'm gonna go for another coaching, and I'm gonna target Garchomp with Coattail Cleave, because I was very confident that I could live Incineroar, and they might even protect with Incineroar and go for Earthquake potentially. I wasn't entirely sure. But yeah, get a coaching off, and they make a switch into their Frostlass, which is absolutely gonna get one shot here. Because more than likely that's the Mega on their team, just based on the fact they're running Rotom Frost. Probably need the Snow for the accuracy on Blizzard. But yeah, I completely remove Frostlass, and then yeah, pretty much I'm eating up the Flare Blitz. So pretty much like King Gambit is getting insane value. So I think I just keep spamming coaching, and I think I actually even just go for another protect, just to bulk out King Gambit even more, knowing that they want to get rid of King Gambit here. They don't want to keep letting it live. They do Dragon Claw Passimian. I do live, and I get my Citrus Berry activated. I get another coaching off, so even if they Earthquake and Flare Blitz, I'm pretty sure I would even live at this point as well. I think at this point, I think I just keep going for coaching. I think literally that's all I did. Because I'm like, I could go for a Drain Punch, but I think just going for coaching brings more value for me. They do end up going for the Earthquake, essentially just like Hail Mary. And I'm able to take that, as you can see. Coaching again. And I think Incineroar does Flare Blitz me. I think I do remove Garchomp. I kind of missed if I target it. I feel like I target Garchomp here with Coattail Cleave. No. I actually low kick Incineroar. I remember this turn. I got burned. Sorry, I was like, just kind of admiring the coaching a little too much here. Great teamwork on my side of the field. But yeah, Incineroar is gone. It's kind of insane because I'm at 20 HP. I'm burned. I mean, 28 HP. I'm burned. And this guy really has to like pull some plays out, because I still have my whole team essentially. Like obviously these guys are brought down, but they go for Aqua Jet with Basculegion, which I feel like they should have just gone for something else. It's definitely not enough. to take out King Gambit. And Kotal Cleave at +4 attack, even though I'm burned, is still going to be enough to remove Basculegion. So Basculegion goes down. King Gambit is still on the field at 4 HP and burned. So I can safely bring in Starmie. And from here, I can just go for Ice Spinner. So I think if I remember correctly, they do protect. I just figured I could switch out here and be all fancy, but it really was unnecessary. They're either going to protect or not. If they protect, you know, I just spam Ice Spinner one more turn. That's all I really need to do. But if I remember correctly, I think they have Sash on this Garchomp. So yeah, Kotal Cleave is obviously gonna do no damage because of the protect. I go down and I just bring in Venusaur for the final cleanup because that's all I have left. And yeah, I just go for Ice Spinner again, and I think I actually go for Leech Seed, which could have been bad, I realize, thinking about it. I mean, I didn't really think it would be Focus Sash, but it ends up being Focus Sash. So it does live the Ice Spinner. And yeah, honestly, if Leech Seed missed, I don't think it matters because I'm still faster than Garchomp with Starmie, but it could have been bad. Like, they could have maybe crit here on Starmie. Or, no, I guess it doesn't matter, because they'd have to, like... Yeah, I guess there's really nothing they could have done. They'd have to crit on both Pokemon, pretty much, to make it matter. I guess there was still a little bit of wiggle room for me to win. But anyways, those were the battles. Thanks again for checking out my video. With that being said, the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.